Stereotypical thinking, dispositional thinking, mind pollution. Do these words have any connection at all? What if I told you that these types of thinkings are actually forms of mind pollution? And what if I told you that this clear jar of water behind me will show mind pollution in action? You may be wondering why the phrase mind pollution, or why clear jar of water? Well, you will see. The first type of thinking that needs defining is dispositional thinking. A simple definition is judging someone based only on characteristics and not on situations. This may be hard to imagine, so here's an example. Think of your nicest friend. They are helpful, friendly, and have kindness written all over them. Because they are so nice, you would not expect them to be affiliated with any sort of violence at all. However, one day you're walking down a street and you see them fist fighting with someone you don't know. But weren't they kind? Then why are they fighting? Dispositionally, you'd say they changed, like violence, and have nothing better to do in their lives. But their situation could have caused them to act differently. They could still be the same person that you knew before. People, humans, are complicated beings. Different situations bring a different reflex out of us. However, that does not mean we changed. We are the same people in countless situations with different reactions. The next type of thinking that needs defining is stereotypical thinking. A simple definition is an assumption based on the fixed image of what makes up a person or thing. In 2013, Psychology Today surveyed a workshop of people with one question: how often do you misjudge someone? 75% said that they misjudge someone once a month or more. And 4.7% even said that they misjudge someone every single day. And not only that, these are all based only on appearances, by looking at someone and giving them a label. Now, stereotypical thinking is generally used among people. However, I can think of a sport, Taekwondo. Taekwondo is my favorite sport, and I recently got my black belt, so I know quite a bit on the topic.
Oh, thank you.
Taekwondo comes with many stereotypes. Because it is a martial art, you may think it is all about fighting, hurting others, and even starring in an action movie. However, what about the patience, self-restraint, and discipline needed to succeed in the sport? Without these components and many others like these, there would be no sport called Taekwondo. It would just be fighting. Countless times I've been asked, wait, you're in a martial art? What? And I would say, yes, I'm in a martial art. The dumbfounded looks on those people's faces were priceless, every single time. Moving on, now that we have defined these types of thinkings, we can ask and answer the question, why are they mind polluting? Well, these thinkings are mind polluting because once they get into the brain, they're extremely difficult to get rid of. They leave a mark too strong to erase, just like pollution does to our atmosphere. Remember the clear jar of water? It is still here. In this case, the jar represents the brain, and the water, the fact that you can see through it, represents its purity. It has not been exposed to impurities, such as stereotypical and dispositional thinking. I also have, if you can see, red food coloring in this glass. This glass and the food coloring represents those impurities. As you can see, the moment the food coloring touches the water, it rapidly spreads throughout the brain, soon taking over the brain. Now it will be close to impossible to taking that color out, which is why these types of thinkings are mind polluting. And finally, the beginning of the end. Take a look at this box. Can everyone see the box? Perceive this box in your mind. You should have a good perception of the box because we're going to be filling it up. First, put a truck inside the box. Now, put a lion. And finally, put some pencils. You may have filled this box up from the inside, but with the lid closed, can you see anything from the outside? No, you can't see anything. The same can be said for a person. No, a person can't have trucks or lions in them, obviously, but a person can have endless possibilities such as happiness, sadness, and depression. It is important to take the initiative to open the box and see what's truly inside a person. So after all this, what is my main point? My main point is that you should not judge someone stereotypically, dispositionally, or both. Don't be the polluted mind that has been stained by the thinkings. Instead, take the initiative, open the box, and see what's truly inside a person. If you don't, you can have the wrong perception of the person, because in the end, you want to get to know someone's true identity. Thank you.